Miles, I'm sorry to have to ask you to go through this whole story again. I thought it might help your recollections if you were brought back here to the scene.
Of the crime?
Look, I have got to get to the bottom of this, and you have got to remember, as difficult as that may be.
This room doesn't even look familiar. It looks like a room I saw in a dream. Bad dream.
Well, wake up. Because Barbara Montgomery hasn't. She's in a coma, and she may stay that way. Now, I know I'm not telling you anything new.
Yeah, I know what's at stake.
Well?
Nothing.
All right. All right, let's go back a few steps to the bar. You remember it?
Yes, I remember the bar. At least I remember the first part of my visit.
Well, go on.
I had a lot to drink.
Oh, that much I know.
I remember the bartender suggesting perhaps that I shouldn't have my last one.
Miles, you remember seeing Nora Fulton?
I have a vague memory of her being there and of her asking me if I wanted to go home.
Did you refuse her? She claims you did.
I don't remember.
She helped you out of that place anyway, and you didn't stop her.
How could I? I was not in any condition to stop her. Besides, there was some man there.
That was the bartender. She paid him to help you out. Good Samaritan. All right, what do you remember next?
Getting here, I guess. The front door.
Did you know this was Barbara Montgomery's place?
Oh, not until I saw her.
All right, what do you remember next?
Oh, my head hurts.
Come on, Miles, what do you remember next?
Nothing! I don't remember anything. I remember going to sleep. They put me to bed, and I went to sleep.
It's not enough. I gotta have more.
No, this is impossible.
Well, then do the impossible, for crying out loud. A girl was beaten almost to death in this room.
I know. And I was here when it happened.
Well, look, not too many people know that yet, but what's gonna happen when they find out? What do you think they're gonna think?
I didn't do this, Derek. You know me. You know I wouldn't do anything like this.
I know you, and Nicole knows you, and Jody knows you, and a lot of people know you, but they're not going to be enough. They're not the public. We're just your friends.
You really think people will say that
I think people are going to think the worst if you give them half a chance. That's why you got to remember. Now, come on, try.
Well, I was sleeping. God, do I remember voices?
Did you? From where?
Out here. I think I remember talking. A woman and a man. I think it was a man. Look, I am not sure that I could have been dreaming this.
Is that when you got up and you came out of the bedroom?
Oh, I came out of the bedroom later. I don't know how much later. I don't know why I did. That's when I saw Barbara lying here. And Nicole staring at me. The sight of Barbara was terrible. But it's Nicole's eyes I'll never forget.
My name is Clifford Nelson. Well, actually, I'm a waiter here. Well, I'm not really a waiter here. I'm a lawyer. Well, here's my card. Here, see. Here, I have some menus, and if I can be of any help at all, well, just call. Okay. Oh, wait. Why don't you take this booth here? Okay? Oh. And have a good time. Merry Christmas. Yeah. Deck the halls with boughs.
How's it going, Cliff?
Great. I just haven't rang out of cards.
What?
Well, never mind.
Listen, it's really swell of you to help us out like this.
Oh, hey, don't mention it.
Yeah. Look, I know this place is really crazy tonight. I guess it's just going to take a little time for Mitzi and I to kind of get settled in here, but we'll soon get it all sorted out.
Well, no, listen, you and Mitzi are going to be a terrific team. Just wait and see. Hey, let's have a Christmas party tonight after we close.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Here you go. Enjoy your meal. Merry Christmas.
I'm sorry.
Hey, everything's going all right, huh? Yeah. A few little mix-ups here and there, but nothing drastic so far. How's the leg holding up?
Oh, it's fine. Haven't even thought about it. In fact, Pops, I am having one of the best times I've had in a long, long time.
Oh, me too. Just the idea of running a business of our own makes me really happy. Yeah!
Oh, on the sideburns. Scotch. I want that kind of scotch and soda.
Scotch and soda.
No. Wait, bourbon. It's a bourbon water. No, it's a bourbon and soda. Oh, hell.
Oh, well, now what, you just make him one of each, and then the guy can take his pick.
No, I think it's better to ask the man again, Cliff.
Well, I don't want him to think I'm incompetent.
How's Francesco doing in the kitchen?
Well, he's starting to get that look again. He says we've made too many mistakes tonight.
Uh-oh.
Well, he's starting to mutter his operatic talk, the kiss of Tosca, stuff like that.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, you see, Tosca is this lady in an opera. I mean, she's walking along, right? And then there's this guy, who jumps out and attacks her. So she turns around and stabs him. It's her kiss.
I think we're in trouble.
No, don't worry about it. The kitchen has always been very Mediterranean since Francesco's been here. He needs a little pat on the back every now and then.
Toupee. Tonic. It's a tonic.
But Cliff, vodka or gin? Never mind.
Oh, great. Terrific. It's just what we need. Every night, some rain must fall.
Cliff, will you please get her out of here? I don't even want to look at her, let alone serve her. You guys, I'm going into the kitchen.
Well, go ahead, Cliff. What are you waiting for?
I wish I had a pair of brass knuckles. Miss Fulton, isn't it?
You know damn well it is.
Well, I'd like to make a suggestion I hope you consider seriously.
And that is?
Well, it's a law in the state that the management of an establishment can refuse to serve someone if they feel that they're
Well,
undesirable.
you're not management. You're nothing but a flunky waiter.
I am not a waiter.
Listen,
I'm a
you
lawyer.
are eating here, whether you like it or not. If you want me out of here, you have to call the cops. I'm not budging till I've had something to eat. If you try to stop me, I'll make a scene that this place will never forget. If you give me bad service, I'll take it up with your owner.
The owner? You wouldn't do that.
Try me.
We'll see, sister.
David?
Thank you.
Nancy, you sure you won't change your mind?
No, thank you, anyway. Please, cheers for a happy holiday.
Cheers.
Merry
indeed.
Christmas. Well, now we can settle down and bring you up to date on the curious case of Ian Devereaux.
Well, I hope you have some progress to report.
Well, actually, it's been kind of a strange period. A couple steps forward and one backward, that sort of thing.
Yes, it wasn't too encouraging for a while there.
Well, what's happened?
The main problem lies with Devereaux himself. That is, convincing him that Raven Whitney has no abiding interest in Sky Whitney.
Yes, there was something of a tricky moment the other night because Raven almost spoiled things when she called Sky's house very late, and Ian Devereaux happened to be there, and he picked up the phone, and he recognized Raven's voice.
Oh, Lord. Well, that was foolish.
I know. We thought the whole thing would go right down the drain.
What happened? Did she straighten it out all right?
Thanks to Nancy's intervention, Raven made another attempt to get back into Ian's good graces. And as far as we know, things are working out all right. However, Raven is a rather erratic lady, so who knows how long it will last.
Well, now, wait a minute, honey. We can't blame her. After all, she is doing this under great emotional stress. She's being asked to make a connection with one man in order to save the man she loves. Natural for her to be ambivalent or even to make a few mistakes. But the main thing is that we keep her on a straight track, and I guess that's my job.
You are doing that job very successfully, despite the few stumbles.
Well, on that score, we do have an advantage. It's Raven's nature. When it comes to men, she's very determined. She hates being a loser.
Oh, well, good. Well, I would say then that we're doing very well up to this point.
Well, there is another development, and we have Mike to thank for it. It's the first positive move that Sky has made so far.
What's that?
Mike?
Well, I suggested to Sky that he invite Valerie to spend a weekend with him, out of town. And he did exactly that.
Oh, that was an excellent idea. I trust Miss Bryson accepted.
Oh, yes.
And where did they go?
To a mountain cabin Sky owns about 90 miles north of Monticello.
And Devereaux knows they went off together.
Oh, yes, of course. That was the whole point. Sky made sure of that before he left.
Yes, it was very clever of you, Mr. Carr. I had no idea you could be so sneaky.
You don't like the idea of Whitney and Miss Bryson going off to spend the weekend together, Nancy?
Well, they can do anything they like.
Nancy, it's just as important to convince Devereaux of Whitney's lack of interest in Raven Alexander as it is to convince him of Raven's affection for him.
I know that, David. But Ian, Sky, and Raven are involved in a deadly game. Valerie isn't. Valerie is an innocent pawn. That's what bothers me so much about this.
This place is really great, Scott. Ooh!
I'm glad that you like it. I mean, I always say there's nothing like roughing it.
Especially with champagne and caviar. So here's to roughing it.
Oh, I'm glad you like it up here, Val.
Oh, Sky, this is fabulous. Did you really buy it sight unseen?
Well, I hadn't seen it. I sent Spencer up to take a look at it. From his description, it sounded great, so I decided to add it to my collection.
I think if I had a place like this, I just want to live here all the time.
No, you wouldn't. You would miss the city too much.
Yeah, I suppose I would. It's too bad we can't divide ourselves in half.
Yeah. I know, I love nature too, all the little flora and fauna, all the creatures coming around, but I like my creature comforts too.
Well, with money, you can have both.
And I do have money.
I know.
I don't mean to brag, but it's just the truth. There's practically nothing on this earth that I can't buy. You know how that feels?
I can't imagine.
Depressing.
Now, I find that hard to believe.
Well, I know it's tough to ask someone to feel sorry for someone who has so much, but there are times when...
When what? I mean, name one time.
One doesn't really have a purpose in one's life. That's really the important thing. That's the reason I bought WMON, not just to have another possession, but for the challenge it would afford me.
I understand that. I think everybody needs a challenge. I mean, look at Jim. That's why he's ended up in New York.
Oh, yeah. We always come back to Jim, don't we?
Sky, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for you to take it that way.
No, it's all right.
I was using him as an example.
It's okay. It doesn't bother me to talk about Jim. I mean, now that I know he's not a serious rival, it's okay.
Did you hear something?
Mm-mm.
It sounded like a car in the driveway.
No, it's impossible.
Maybe it's one of the guests that you didn't invite.
Listen, you drink some champagne and make believe that you didn't hear a thing.
I'm drinking. See, look.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
I'll get one.
What the hell are you doing here, Parish? How dare you intrude like this?
Listen, Mr. Whitney, this is very important to me.
To me, it's not. Get out of here.
Listen, I've got to talk to you.
I'm sorry, Valerie. I don't know what you think you're doing here, Parish. How did you find this place anyway?
I called your house. They told me you were spending the weekend up here. Besides, I wanted to talk to you without your bodyguard being around.
I've had you thrown out of one of my homes already today, Parish. I have to kick you out of this one, too. Now, look, you just go on and get out of here.
Now, look, you listen to me. I mean, this is very important to me. My whole life is at stake here.
If you don't leave right now... All right. Call the police.
Whitney, I don't know if this is loaded or not. But I'll tell you, I wouldn't take the chance if I were you. Now, you put that phone down, or else I'm going to squeeze this trigger.
Anything else? I know it seems a little bit sketchy to you, but that's all I can tell you.
It's okay. Come on. Take it easy. In a few minutes, we'll stop somewhere and get coffee.
That would be good.
All right, let's see what we have here. While you were passed out there in the bedroom, somebody else came in here. It's obvious to me it was somebody else Barbara knew. This person got angry enough to beat her. But who was it?
I sure as hell don't know.
A jilted boyfriend, perhaps?
Could be.
Do you know of one?
No, not one you could call jilted. I mean, she had a boyfriend, but he left her. That's why this whole business started. She was very upset about the split. I tried to comfort her, and she misunderstood my motives.
Now, wait a minute. Maybe this is getting somewhere. Do you know him? Do you know his name?
Oh, no, I don't have any idea.
All right, well, we can find that out. We can find out who he is, and maybe we can find out some answers to this whole mess. Come on.
Here it is. Came upon a midnight.
What's going on in the kitchen? A poker game?
No. It's just that we're very busy tonight.
I could go gray waiting for service around here. What's this?
What's wrong?
What's wrong? I asked for boiled potato, not mash. I wanted Roquefort dressing on the salad, not oil and vinegar. This is coffee. I wanted tea. Obviously, you did this on purpose.
No, I'm sorry. I thought that you won't. Look, lady, there's no mistake here. This is what you ordered. I mean, I think you're just trying to make trouble in here.
Why am I wasting my time talking to you? I want to talk to the owner. Where's Sid?
Well, you're out of luck there, honey, because Sid isn't here anymore. You're talking to the new owner, or at least the half owner, anyway.
Well, then I'd like to talk to the other half.
Sure. Meet the other half.
No, you must be joking.
You got it straight, honey.
Yes, Miss Fulton, it's true. I am one of the owners of this restaurant. Is there a complaint?
Complaint? Oh, yes, I have a complaint. This woman brought me the wrong order. I mean, word's gonna get around. You're gonna be out of business in a week.
Now, look, I am trying to be very nice because I don't want any kind of a fuss in here, but if you don't get the hell out of here right this minute, you're gonna find out I'm not gonna be so nice.
Look, Miss Fulton, I don't want you in here. We don't need customers like you.
Well, with two dips like you running the joint, you're gonna need all the customers you can get. If you think I'm paying for food I didn't order, you're out of your minds.
Okay, out.
I noticed that you're still limping, Mitzi. It's too bad. You'll probably be gimpy for the rest. You will regret that. You and every other person in this town that has pushed me around, you will live to regret that.
Hey, it's just a little disturbance, that's all right. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him.
All right, Parish. I know that you're just bluffing. Put down the gun, and we'll talk this over, all right?
No. I'll do the talking and you do the listening. Now call your dogs off of me, Whitney, because I'll tell you something right now. Any investigation of those foreign bribes is going to be just as damaging to you as it is to me.
I'm not the one who made those bribes, Parish. You are, you and your cohort. Now, it's not going to be difficult to prove either that you acted independently. Who do you think the authorities are going to believe anyway, you or me? Besides, that's not what this whole thing is about anyway, is it?
Oh, yeah? How come?
You just used those bribes to cover up your own grand larceny, and Spencer can prove it. Now, you've gone too far this time, Parish. You painted yourself into a hole, and there's no way you're going to get out.
Oh, I'll get out. Don't you worry.
No, you won't. It's too late now, and you're just getting yourself in more trouble because you're going to add assault with a deadly weapon to your charges. Only that weapon isn't quite so deadly. You see, it's not loaded.
Wrong. wrong, Whitney. Look. Now, I'm taking your little girlfriend with me. And I'll tell you something right now. Any sign of any cops on my trail, and I swear to God, I'll kill her. Now, you, open that door and get out. Move! Move!
The search for high-quality television classics ends right here on USA. Stay tuned for the longest-running daytime drama on television. Search for Tomorrow, next.
And frustrated days pass without sight, the edge of night, half dark, half light. Do you think we might wake up someday and be aware of all the games people play? Living circles of unending strife as we look for light, and nothing is wrong.
All right, Parish. I know that you're just bluffing. Put down the gun, and we'll talk this over, all right?
No,